Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody stopping you but you, not your mama, not your past, not your boss. You sitting around waiting on the right time, waiting on money, waiting on somebody to co-sign your dream. Stop that mess. You got something in you. Yeah, you do. You got an idea, a gift, a fire, but you letting fear keep you broke, keep you quiet, keep you still. I know you scared. I was too, but scared money don't make money. And scared dreams don't come true. See, people out here got excuses, like they got bills. They got bills. Plenty of them. I ain't got time. I don't know how. I'm too tired. You know what? Ain't none of that gonna change your life. You gotta try. That's it. Just try. Try when you broke. Try when you tired. Try when don't nobody believe in you. Trying don't cost you nothing, but not trying, that'll cost you everything. This video right here, it ain't for folks looking for motivation. It's for folks looking for a wake-up call. Because if you want more, if you sick of being stuck, then listen up. This your moment. This your message. This your mirror. Ain't no excuse. Not today. Not never. Let me tell you something real quick. Excuses don't do nothing but keep you where you at. You know what the problem is? Too many folk got a reason for why they ain't going nowhere. Always got a story. Always got something to say. I ain't got no degree. I don't know the right people. I ain't got no money, man. Let me break this to you. Ain't nobody got it all together. You think folks out here successful because everything lined up perfect for you? No, sir. They just stopped waiting. They stopped making excuses. They tried. See, an excuse is just a lie you keep telling yourself so you don't have to be uncomfortable. It's a comfort blanket. You wrapped up in it, rocking yourself to sleep, but that blanket is killing your dream. Some of y'all sitting on $1 million ideas, but you scared, too scared to fail, too scared to start, too scared to look stupid. Listen, you can't let fear talk you out of your future. You think you need a big break? You just need to stop telling yourself, not yet. You keep saying, I'm waiting on the right time. Let me tell you something. There ain't no right time. The right time was yesterday. The second best time is right now. You don't try because you think you ain't ready. You say, when I get this job, I'll start. When I save up some money, I'll invest. When I get my life together, then I'll move. Nah, you got to start while you're scared, while you broke, while you unsure. That's how it works. Somebody asked me once, what if I fail? I said, what if you don't? Let me drop this on you. Your excuses are nothing but the lies your fear has sold you. That's it. That's all. You can talk yourself out of anything, and you've been doing it for years. You got a whole resume of reasons why you stuck. But tell me this, have any of those excuses ever made your life better? Has one excuse ever put money in your pocket? Has one excuse ever pushed your dream forward? Didn't think so. Let me be real. Nobody cares about your excuse. The world only respects results. You can either be the person that explains why they didn't, or the person that shows what they did. People out here talking about, I didn't have no mentor. Man, YouTube is free. The internet is sitting right there. You better go learn something. You talking about you ain't got no money? Start with what you got. Work what you got. Use what's in your hands. I started with nothing, no college, no connections, no safety net, but I had a little bit of hustle, and I stopped making excuses. If I failed, but I tried. And when you try, really try, doors open, people notice, opportunities show up. You ain't got to have everything. You just got to stop ussing nothing as your reason. Excuses sound good to weak people, but if you ever want real change, you got to get sick of your own story, rip up that script, the one where you always fall short, the one where you always lose, burn it. Tell yourself, this ain't my story no more. Try again, mess up, get up, try again. Because as long as you're making excuses, you'll never make progress. And the dream you got, it'll die while you wait. But if you drop the excuse, just one, just today, Everything could change. Let that sit with you. Let me ask you a question. Who told you got to have it all figured out before you start? Who told you everything got to be perfect? Who told you you got to wait till you got the right job, the right plan, the right setup? Let me tell you something. That's a lie. Ain't nobody start at the top. Ain't nobody ever been perfect when they started. You learn after you begin. The reason most folks never get anywhere is because they sitting around waiting on perfect. They got big dreams, but they got bigger doubt. You don't need no fancy degree to chase what's in your heart. You don't need a blueprint. You just need to move. I started dirty, didn't know what I was doing, didn't have nothing but belief, but I showed up anyway. You sitting on the sidelines thinking, when I lose arsus pounds, I'll start my fitness business. When I get more followers, I'll launch my content. When I have the money, I'll start the dream. Stop that mess. Ain't no rules saying you got to be polished to get started. Start ugly. Start scared, start broke, God don't call to qualify, he qualifies the call. Waiting on perfect, but perfect don't exist. Not down here, not for us. You worried about what folks gonna think. You worried about failing. You worried about looking stupid. Well, let me tell you, you gonna fail, you gonna look stupid, you gonna mess up, but that's how you get better. That's how you get stronger. That's how you learn. Bombed on stage. I done lost money. I done said the wrong thing. I done trusted the wrong people. Guess what? I kept going. Nobody claps for you when you first start. Nobody understands your vision, but it don't matter because God gave it to you, not them. Stop waiting on applause. Stop waiting on permission. Stop trying to make it cute. It ain't going to be cute. It's going to be messy. It's going to be hard, but that's the part people don't show you. They don't show the grind. They don't show the nights you cry. They don't show the nights you cry. They don't show the days you want to quit. You don't got to have all the answers. You just got to have the guts to begin. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. I know folks who've been talking about their dream for 10 years. 10 years, ain't taking one step, still building the perfect plan, still trying to get ready, still scared. Somebody gonna laugh at them. Hit them people. They ain't paying your bill. They ain't fighting your battle. They ain't got your vision. Got one job. Go do it. Don't worry about the rest. That'll come. The lessons gonna come. Skills gonna come. The money gonna come, but it ain't never gonna come if you keep sitting still. Every day you wait, you losing time. Every day you hesitate, you giving your dream to somebody else. You better move. Start with what you know. Start with what you got. Start today. Mess up, fix it, do it. Ain't nobody starting perfect. They just start. Keep going. Don't you sit there talking about what you gonna do. Show me. Let the work speak. Let the growth speak. Let the results speak. In this life, trying beats talking every single time. Listen to me. Everybody got something. I don't care who you are, where you from, what's your last, you got a gift. See, God don't make no mistakes. He ain't up there saying, oop, I forgot to give him talent. Nah, you were born with it, built with it, breathed into existence with it. But here's the problem. You so busy looking at what everybody else got, you can't even see what's in your hand. You looking at folks on Instagram thinking, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I had that body, that talent. Me, you sitting on a gift that could change your life. Let me tell you something. Your gift is the thing you do best. With the least amount of effort, you didn't learn it. You was born with it. Some of y'all can cook and don't even need a recipe. Some of y'all can make people laugh without even trying. Some of y'all got away with words. Some of y'all got hands that can build anything. That's your gift. That's God talking through you. That's heaven whispering, go do this. But you sitting there trying to be like somebody else, trying to chase what they got. You won't ever be successful trying to do what somebody else is doing. You got to do you. When I was young, I didn't think I had nothing. Wasn't no straight A student. Wasn't no college boy. But I could talk. Boy, I could make people laugh. And that gift, that's what took me from nothing to something. Not a degree, not luck, not a handout. A gift, God gave it to me. Just like he gave one to you. You think you don't have one. Let me tell you, that's the enemy lying to you. That's doubt playing tricks on your, that's fear trying to keep you small. But deep down, you know you got something. You can feel it. You're just scared to use it. Scared it won't work. Scared they'll laugh. Let me tell you what's worse. Failing. Never even trying. You think God gave you that gift so you could ignore it? So you could bury it? So you could clock in every day at a job you hate? Nah. He gave it to you to bless you, to build you, to lift others through you. Your gift is your lane. Stay in it, water it, work it, and it'll make make room for you. You don't got to chase success. Your gift will pull it to you, but only if you move, only if you trust and don't wait for folks to approve it. God already did. He gave it to you, not them. So stop asking them how to use it. Your gift ain't gonna make sense to small-minded people. That's fine. God didn't give it to a committee. He gave it to you. So wake up. Stop sleeping on yourself. You better open that box, dust that thing off, and go do what he put you here to do, because the graveyard full of folks who never opened their gift. Don't let that be you. He gave it for a reason. Now go use it and stop acting like you don't know what it is. Let me break down for you right now. Where you come from ain't got nothing to do with where you can go. I don't care if you was born in the hood, in a trailer, in the middle of nowhere, with nothing but a prayer and a pair of worn out shoes. That don't mean you gotta stay there. See, too many people wear their background like it's their future, like it's a limit, like it's a wall they can't climb. Your background is your starting point, not your stopping point. I came from nothing, flat, broke, had to sleep in a car, didn't have no backup plan, but I had belief, I had hustle, I had God. That's enough. You sitting around thinking, I ain't got nobody in my corner. Let me tell you, you don't need a crowd. You need a reason. You can't let your situation determine your destination. Just cause your mama didn't make it. Just cause your daddy walked out. Just cause your friends gave up. You ain't a product of your pain. You a product of your. Some of y'all been told your whole life you'll never be nothing. You just like your father. You too dumb, too damaged. Well, guess what? They was wrong. You got greatness in you. You just got to stop letting your past speak louder than your faith. I don't care what side of town you grew up on. I don't care if you didn't graduate. I don't care if you made some bad choice. That don't disqualify you, that don't cancel your calling. Matter of fact, the worse your story, the greater your testimony. See, God like to use folks that look unqualified, folks that been through some stuff, folks that don't look like the perfect pick. Because when he lifts you, ain't nobody gonna say it was luck. They gonna say that had to be God. You worried because your life been messy. That's all right. He still uses broken crayons, still writes beautiful stories. You might have came from the bottom, but that ain't where you gotta stay. The hood don't define you. The system don't define you. Your mistakes don't define you. Your mindset does. So the question is, what are you gonna do now that you know you're not trapped? Now that you know your history ain't your destiny, you gonna keep crying about how hard it's been, or you gonna get up and write a new chapter. Let them doubt. Let them walk away. They didn't build you. They can't break you. Don't let your zip code keep you in a cage. Your future ain't got no address. It's got a mindset. It's got a vision. It's got a grind behind it. You ain't what they said you was. You ain't what you used to be. You ain't what your surrounding tried to make you. You are what you decide to become right here, right now. So stop letting your background write your whole story. Turn the page, pick up the pen, and start writing it yourself, because you ain't done, not even close. Let me tell you what separates people who make from people who don't. It ain't money, it ain't connections, it ain't education, it's effort, it's trying. Trying don't cost nothing. You ain't got it. You ain't got to be rich to do it. You just got to do it. See, world don't move for folks who sit still. The world opens up for folks who knock on the door, even if they scared, even if they broke, even if they tired. You sitting around waiting on motivation, waiting on inspiration, waiting on a person, when all you need to do is try. You don't need $1 million idea. You just need $1 worth of courage to start. I know folks with more talent than me, more degrees, more experience, but they didn't move. They didn't try. They waited, and they still waiting. Meanwhile, I failed over and over, but every time I failed, I fell forward. Every time I got knocked down, I stood back up because I tried. Trying is power. Trying is proof. You don't got to win on the first shot. You don't got to be the best in the room, but if you show up, if you swing, you give yourself a chance. Let me tell you what don't work. Doubt, excuses. Excuses got fancy words, but no result. You can dress doubt up in logic, still won't get you nowhere. Try, even a small try, even a scared try. Things shift, heaven leans in, doors start moving. Try and say, I'm not finished. Trying says, I still believe. Trying says, I ain't letting fear win today. Some of y'all so afraid of failing, you don't even realize you already failing by not trying. You think not moving keeps you safe. It don't. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you invisible. It keeps you broke. You want to build confidence? Try. You want to break the fear? Try. You want to change your life? You say, but what if I fail? I say, what if you don't? And even if you do, so what? You learn, you adjust, you do it again. Ain't nobody out here making it without mistakes, without rejection, without some nights where you cry on your pillow. That's game. But guess what? Only the folks who try even get to play. You keep waiting on the star to align, on your confidence to grow. Let me tell you, confidence don't come before you try. It comes after. So take that first step. Make that call, write that email, record that video, start that business, apply for that job, do something. As long as you're breathing, you got one more shot and it don't cost you nothing to swing. Trying is, that could change everything. So what you gonna do? Talk about it another year? Tell folks what you would have done, or you gonna get up and try today. Every second you wait, somebody else is trying and they gonna beat you. Not cause they better, because they move. So stop overthinking, stop stalling, stop wishing, just try. Watch how life responds. Everybody talking about confidence like it's some magical thing. Like one day you just wake up and feel unstoppable. Let me tell you the truth. You don't get confidence from thinking. You get it from moving, from doing. Scared? Good. Do it scared. That's how confidence gets built. You don't wait for confidence to take action. You take action to get confident. See, the reason so many people feel stuck ain't cause they ain't smart, ain't cause they ain't talented. It's cause they sitting still, waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel brave, waiting to feel strong. Listen, you can't wait on feeling. Feelings don't move your life. Actions do. You nervous about speaking? Speak anyway. You scared to apply for that job? Apply anyway. You don't know if they'll say yes. Ask anyway. The first time, you're going to shake. You're going to stutter. You might fall flat. But guess what? You did it, and now you know you can. Confidence don't come from talking about what you could do. It comes from seeing yourself do it. See, every time you take a step, small one, you build a little bit more belief in yourself, and that belief, it stacks one action at a time. You don't need nobody to hype you up. You don't need the perfect move. You need to move your feet, move your hands, move your life. You don't get strong in your head. You get strong by walking through the fire, by showing up when it's hard, by keeping your word to yourself. Some of y'all out here saying, I don't believe in myself. Okay, that's fine. But what have you done lately that gave you a reason to believe? You ain't gonna feel confident sitting on the couch. You ain't gonna feel confident scrolling through everybody else's win. You feel confident when you do something, even if it's ugly, even if it's slow, even if you mess it up the first 10 times. You ever watch a baby learn to walk? They fall, they cry, they get back up, they fall again and again. But each step they take, their legs get stronger, their mind gets bolder. That's how confidence works. You don't learn to believe by getting it right. You learn to believe by keeping going. Action is proof. It's your resume to yourself. Every time you move, you prove you're capable, you're worthy, you're growing. You can read all the quotes in the world, watch all the videos, write all the affirmations. But if you don't do nothing, you ain't gonna feel nothing. You don't get confidence by waiting. You get it by working. So stop waiting to feel bold. Stop waiting to feel ready. Be ready. Stop waiting to be confident. Just start. Confidence is built in the process, not the promise. It's in the effort, not the outcome. You want to feel better about yourself? Go do something hard. Go do something you've been avoiding. Go finish what you started. That's where the power is. That's where confidence lives, in action, not in comfort. So get up. Do what scares you. Do it again tomorrow and again the next day. Then watch who you become. That's real confidence. And it only shows up when you do. Let's get this out the way right now. Everybody's scared. Ain't nobody out here living bold every minute of the day. Fear is real. Fear is natural. You human, you gonna feel it. But here's the truth. Fear ain't the problem. Sitting in it too long is the problem. Letting it stop you, that's the problem. You think the people you look up to ain't scared? You think folks who made it never had doubts? Come on now, they just didn't let fear be the boss. See, fear got one job, and it does it well. It whispers, it delays, it distracts. It tells you, you ain't ready, you gonna fail, they gonna laugh, and you believe it. But let me tell you something, fear don't stop bad stuff from happening. It just stops good stuff from ever starting. You scared to start the business? Do it anyway. You nervous to put your gift out there? Put it out anyway. You think I wasn't scared when I stepped on that stage the first time? Man, I was shaking, but I did it scared. That's what made me grow. You got to jump and grow your wings on the way down. You can't grow wings sitting in the nest. You got to leap. Some of y'all been standing at the edge of your calling for years, scared to jump, scared to try, scared to move, but you still thinking about it, still praying about it, still talking about it. Let me ask you, how long you gonna let fear run the show? Fear don't ever leave. It just gets quieter when you stop listening to it. You know what kills fear? Action. Every time you take a step, fear loses a little power. Every time you speak up, fear gets a little smaller. Every time you do the thing you're afraid of, you take your life back. Fear ain't from God. Faith is, boldness is, power is, and you got that in you, but you let fear talk louder than your purpose. You keep waiting for the fear to go away. It won't. It's part of the ride. You just got to decide who's in the driver's seat. Let fear ride in the back, but don't hand it the keys. You keep thinking, I need to be fearless. Nah, you just need to be obedient, just need to move in spite of the fear. You scared? Good. That means it matters. That means it's real. Now do it anyway. That job you scared to apply for, that video you scared to post, that idea you scared to launch, that conversation you scared to have. That's the very thing you need to do. Fear is a liar, but it sounds convincing, especially when you let it sit in your head too long. That's why you got to move. You got to act. You got to shut it up with motion. You got to stop telling God how big your fear is and start telling your fear how big your God is. Stop letting fear freeze your purpose. You ain't stuck. You're scared, and that's okay. Just don't stay there. Scared don't mean stop. It means go with caution. It means go with faith. It means go and grow. So the next time fear shows up, don't fight it, face it, and walk right through it. That's where your breakthrough lives. You think you out here grinding just for yourself? You think that pain, that push, that effort, it's only about your dream? Let me tell you something. Your effort is bigger than you. Somebody's watching you. Somebody right now is looking at how you handle your struggle, how you keep getting up, how you keep showing up, and they taking notes. You ain't got no idea who you inspiring just by not quitting. See, the way you keep moving through hard days, that speaks louder than a speech. That hustle you bring when no one claps for you, that lights a fire in people, your work ethic, your drive, your faith, your bounce back. That's ministry. That's leadership. That's inspiration. You ever seen a single mom work 3 jobs just to put food on the table? She don't know it, but her kids growing up saying, my mama never gave up, so I won't either. She ain't preaching, but she teaching. You don't have to be famous to make an impact. You just got to be consistent. Effort talks louder than titles, louder than likes, louder than empty words. When you put in that work, even on days you feel invisible, God sees it and people feel it. Somebody praying to God right now for a sign. And your fight, your story, your grit is that sign, man. I remember times when I ain't have nothing, but I had effort, I had heart, I had grind. That's what opened doors. That's what kept me from breaking. And later I found out people saw that and it gave them hope. You don't need to be perfect to inspire. You just need to be real. Let folks see the cracks. Let them see the climb. Let them see you stumble and get back up. That's what gives them courage to try. 2, there's people in your life, family, friends, even strangers who won't ever tell you this, but they look up to you. They watching how you hold on when most would quit, and they draw strength from that. Sometimes God uses your effort to answer someone else's prayer. That daily grind you complain about, that may be the very thing that shows someone what faith in motion looks like. That Monday you don't want to show up, you're showing somebody how to show up tired and still give it all. That time you fail, then tried again, you showing someone what resilience really means. You become the blueprint, the testimony, the walking example of keep go on. You ain't just chasing success, you live in a legacy, and legacies ain't built in comfort. They built in the quiet. They built when nobody's watching, but they felt by everybody. Your effort might not get applause today, but it's planting seeds, it's watering faith, it's lifting someone who's one away from quitting. So next time you think about giving up, remember this, you ain't just fighting for you, you fighting for the ones who haven't found their fight yet. They looking at you saying, if they can keep going, maybe I can too. That's why your effort matters. That's why you got to keep moving, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, because your grind ain't just changing your life. It's awakening somebody else's. Keep pushing. Somebody's destiny might be tied to your discipline. Let me tell you something that most people don't realize. You don't need nobody to clap for you to start walking. You don't need a round of applause to take your first step. Ain't nobody got to say, you got this before you already had it. See, too many people out here waiting for a cheer squad before they even show up to the game. You don't need validation to begin. You know how many things I done started that nobody believed in but me and God? Nobody saw the vision. They couldn't see what was in my head because it wasn't in their head, and that's fine. Everybody don't need to see it. Everybody don't need to understand it. Everybody ain't gonna see your dream because God didn't show it to them. He showed it to you. That's all you need right there. That's the green light. God gave it to you, not the people around you, but some of y'all stuck. You keep putting your gift on hold, waiting on a cosign, waiting on approval, waiting for your cousin to say, yeah, you should do it. Waiting on your boss to tell you, you're ready. Man, please. If I waited on people to believe in me, I'd still be broke, sleeping in my car. Let me help you right quick. They not gonna believe in you until it's working, and even then, they'll act like they always knew. That's why you gotta stop making moves based on other people's opinion. Start trusting yourself. Start trusting what God put inside you. If you feel it in your spirit, you don't need to explain nothing. You just need to start. You got to stop checking with people who ain't even qualified to grade your calling. Man, your uncle who work at the gas station don't know nothing about starting a business. Your friend who never left the block can't tell you how to chase a dream. You letting unqualified people sit in the front row of your life and wondering why you ain't moving. Some of y'all ain't stuck because you don't have the ability. You stuck because you waiting on a go from people who don't even believe in theyself. Let me say this slow. You don't need them to clap. You don't need them to understand. You don't even need them to support it. Support yourself. Clap for yourself. Be your own yes. The greatest freedom is when you stop seeking approval. That's when you move different. That's when you start walking bold. That's when your faith starts speaking louder than your fear. I'm telling you, start with what you got. Start right now. Start without the audience. Start before it makes sense. Start before it's perfect. Just start. The validation gonna come, but it only shows up after you move, not before. So the next time you feel that tug in your chest, that voice in your gut, that whisper that says, go for it, don't ignore it, don't call 5 friends, don't run it past people who ain't never tried nothing. Just trust it. Move on it. That's all the permission you need. Let me tell you something. You don't even know what God got waiting on the other side of your effort. You think you just trying? No, you unlocking stuff. You moving heaven with your hustle. God don't ask you to be perfect. He just asks you to try. That attempt, that little step you scared to take, that's the one that leads to a door you ain't even see coming. See, I didn't know when I walked on that stage for the first time that it would change my whole life. I just knew I had 5 minutes to tell jokes, but I tried. I had no money, no backup plan, just belief and the guts to get up. You don't need a full map. You just need the courage to start walking. That first step opens stuff. It wakes stuff up, puts motion in your future. You can't see the whole stair. You got to take the first step anyway. Sometimes that door you're looking for ain't even built, but when you try, God starts building it piece by piece, brick by brick. Some of y'all sitting waiting on the right time, the right money, the right conditions. Let me tell you, the right time is the moment you stop making excuses. I done walked into rooms I had no business being in. Talk to people I never imagined through those stages I used to only dream of, all because I took the shot. I ain't win every time, but I showed up. Sometimes the try is the win. Sometimes just standing back up after life knock you down. That's the lesson. That's the key that turns the lock. You keep thinking the outcome got to be big for it to matter, but sometimes God just needs you to move. Business idea you got, try it. That song you wrote, record it. That class you've been scared to take, sign up. Waiting on confirmation, God already gave it to you. It's that dream that won't leave you alone, that gift that keeps fire inside you that ain't died yet. That's the sign. Now try. Let me tell you, you think you're going down one road, and because you tried, God reroutes you into something better. You thought it was just a job, but it was your purpose. You thought it was a failure, but it was redirection. You thought it was a small yes, but it led to a whole new life. You don't need everybody to believe. You don't even need the whole plan, just a little faith and the guts to act on it. You can't win if you don't enter the race, but once you start running, doors start opening you didn't even knock. So stop talking yourself out of blessings. Stop talking yourself into fear. You already got what it takes. Now activate it. Even if you're scared, try. Even if you fail, try. Even if nobody claps. That one try is the one that flips your whole story. And you're going to look back one day and say, all I did was try. And look what God did with that.